Hi guys, and welcome back for another video here at Ricky's Vape Spot. Today we'll be taking a look at the Banshee box mod designed by Praxis Vapors and manufactured by CigGo. So the Banshee is definitely something new to the market, and I really have to say I really like the idea of the screen being hidden behind this rubberized finish on the mod, making the mod actually look flush. And I especially do like this black edition. There's also a, let's call it white, but this one in my opinion looks even better, the black one, simply because the screen is so well hidden. So when you pick it up you wouldn't even expect to see a screen on this device because it looks so flush. But once you hit that power button, you can see actually the screen lighting up. And I have to say that those LED lights are pretty bright. And even in direct sunlight, as I do have it now here in my room on my window, this is, you can see it without problem. I got this mod in from the fine folks at Parilica, and I will leave all the links down in the description box below as where to get it. So, but before we talk a little bit more about the Banshee, let's go dive down to the table and have a closer look at it. And here we are up close and personal with the Banshee box mod. There's nothing much to the box. This is the front of the box. We do have it here on the back. Nothing much except saying designed by Praxis Vapors in California and manufactured by CigGo in China. And that's all there is basically to the box. This is just a store sticker that's on the plastic wrap. So once we open it up, we get the mod itself here. We do get an really short instruction manual on how to operate it, also stating some of the error signs that you might run into and how to fix them. So let's put this aside, and here we do have the mod itself. Nothing else is in the box, actually, just the mod. Let's take a look at the mod from top to bottom. On top here we do have a little something like a catch cup with a 510 spring-loaded connection on top here. We do have Praxis Vapors on top here. On this side we do have the fire button, and then we have the plus and the minus button here, as well as the manufacturer of the mod, CigGo here. We have CigGo on the bottom. Here is the battery door, and here is the USB, micro USB port. And I suppose this is only for firmware upgrades. First of all, they didn't say anything in the menu about can it be charged or not. I tried to charge it, nothing really happened, so I suppose this is just for firmware upgrades. And the battery door opens like this. We do have nicely indicated plus and minus signs here. It does rattle a little bit, but once you put in your batteries or once you close the door, it's totally fine. I don't see this as any problem here. So the screen actually is hidden all across this side, but before I put in some batteries, let's do some weight comparisons here. The mod is actually really lightweight. I'll show you this. So if I put it on my scale, we can see that the mod is coming out to 155 grams, so it's fairly light for a dual 18650 mod. Comparing that to the EVIC VTC Mini, we see it's at 120 grams. So when I put in the batteries, minus goes here, we see the screen already lighting up, and with the batteries installed, 245 grams. So just a little bit lighter than the Osmosis Minikin V2. It's actually a fairly large box comparing that to the EVIC VTC Mini here. You can see it's much wider. It does have a low profile for a dual 18650 box mod, but it is much bigger. You can see the size difference here. Putting that on top here, it's a lot bigger. It really fits comfortably in your hand and it's really nice to use. Let's put all of this aside here and let's actually look at the menu. So we have the front screen here. Right now I don't have any atomizers attached, that's why you can see the resistance reads 0 ohms. On this side here we do have the battery indicator, so once you actually press the button, when let's attach an atomizer. I'm gonna use the Merlin. Once you actually attach an atomizer and fire the button, you see that this side here changes to this little lightning symbol telling you at what wattage it's being fired. So this says power at 35 watts. This is just by pressing this fire button. So if I press the minus and the fire button at the same time, I can go into stealth mode, meaning that the mod will fire but the screen won't light up. So let's go out of that. If I press the plus button and the fire button at the same time, I will see my level, and this is something I will talk about a little bit later. So the minus and the plus button at the same time, you can actually go and change your settings. We have nickel here, titanium and stainless steel, and back to power mode. So this is a fairly simple device with all the things you need, whether you vape it in temperature control or normal wattage mode. The resistance locks in automatically. I didn't see any resistance locks here that you can use, but that's basically about it. So we have it in power. So another thing that this does, and I will talk about this now when I go to the level stuff, is actually when you vape it, it puts out a message for you saying baby now. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, depending on, I suppose it's depending on the level you're on. So this goes from 1 to 99, the level. I'll just show you again. So right now I'm on level 9, and depending on which level you reach, new words are being actually not released but unlocked. So if you come to level 9, there's I think a total of 10 words or 9 words depending on your firmware version. The more you vape, the more basically words are being unlocked and the more words you see. Let's try it again, and there it goes, love you. So I suppose I do have like 2 words unlocked because those are the only messages I get, baby and love you. How sweet. So, and that's basically about it. There's really not much more to this, except let's go back to top, have a vape, and talk a little bit more about it. So the Banshee is working really nicely. I don't have any issues with it firing or anything. And the Merlin, of course, is still performing really good. I do like this one a lot. So let's talk a little bit about the specs. So it does take 2 18650 batteries. The screen is hidden behind this rubberized finish here, and I think this is a really nice design direction because you can see the potential that this has in future mods and everything. One thing I would like, since we do have those LED lights in the back here, I think it would be kind of cool if you could, let's say, change colors, and even if you had to do that over a software program, I think it would be really nice. So multiple colors, maybe some light shows, and I know this is getting already geeky and everything, but I think it would be cool. CigGo and Praxis, they do have another mod, which is the single 18650 box mod. It's called the Tattoo. It basically looks the same, it's just smaller and takes a single 18650. So if you're not into those bigger mods, the single 18650 box mod I think will do much better. So when I went to their website, I saw they actually have 4 versions of their software. And the first version is, I think, just a blank version of basic functions of the mod, and then we have versions 2, 3 and 4. As far as I could see, one is just having 2 words. I suppose there's no levels, and other 2 versions are having 9 or 10 words. Different, some of them are same words, some of them are different words. Basically, they give you the function of unlocking those words when you reach a higher level. As far as I know, I think it's 50,000 puffs to reach the highest level, something like that, or 500,000, 50 or 500,000, I'm not sure. Each time you actually reach a new level, a new word is being unlocked. Right now I'm level 9, not all the words are unlocked, and I don't see those messages all the time. So I suppose the higher you go, the more words this device is gonna throw at you. You won't see words all the time. I think it does it randomly. Yeah, so just don't worry about it. If you don't see the words, it will show you sometimes. It almost to me it almost kind of seems like this mod does have you know, a mind of its own, depending on when to show you those words and what words to show you. So I think it's a cool addition. Nothing really spectacular, but it's something new, it's something different, and that's why I basically think it's a cool new mod. Thing I did not show you on the menu when we were in close-up, but I think I have to mention it because I got stuck in it one time, and that is, so they do state it in a manual. But in order to lock this device, you have to press it 5 times. But you have to press it 5 times in a time frame of 2 seconds. So this can be actually really fast. So if you press it normally and you want to lock your device 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing will happen. So you really have to press it fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's going to be... No, not even yet. So now it's locked. So I did it by accident the first time because I was just pressing this and I didn't really understand how to get unlocked. So you really have to press it really fast, like in 2 seconds, 5 times. And now it's unlocked again. Another addition to that, maybe a little bit on the downside, is the fire button. If you can hear it, it's pretty clicky, but it does give out this kind of hollow feel to it. Would have liked it maybe to be a little bit more not so hollow. But other than that, I think everything is pretty good. Let's talk a little bit about the price point. Let me just go to Parilica's website. So on Parilica's website, we see that the Praxis Banshee is going for 449.10 kunas, and the tattoo, its smaller brother, is going, the 75 watt mod is going for 386.10 kunas. In euros, that's 59.82 kunas for the Banshee, the dual 18650, and the tattoo, the 75 watt box mod with the single 18650 battery for 51.43 euros. And I think that's a really good price point for a mod. And this one does work as it's supposed to. I didn't have any issues with it. I heard there were some issues with a fire delay when this first came out, but I think once they got it to market, they fixed this problem because I didn't experience anything like this. And that's basically about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did find some of those informations useful here on the video. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. That would mean a lot to me. And you can also follow me on my Facebook page, my Instagram or Twitter account. I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of the day. Let's keep on vaping and I'll see you again pretty soon.